First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and Shalom to the hopeful elect of the Hebrew Israelites. This is Brother Arakia, and let me kick off the lesson with Matthew 24 and 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So you see, in these times, you have a great division in the world, and the countries which are divided, where it was perfectly said by the elder, I believe his name is Jacob, on the left of the screen. You know, in this video, Camp Sit Down, December 1st, 24, GMS, message never changes, just like the Lord, Malachi 3 and 6. It's a beautiful edification, man. And in the lesson, okay, the elder mentioned that you have, BRICS against the G7 nations, man. Okay, the group of 7. So I went and did a little research of the G7. Okay, so this is from Wikipedia, let's read it. The group of 7, G7, is an intergovernmental political and economic forum consisting of Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, the United Kingdom, and the United States. Additionally, the European Union, EU, is a non-enumerated member, so basically is an unofficial member. So they work hand in hand with the European Union, and basically this is the Western Bloc, okay, as it is said. And you see here, okay, it says it is organized around shared values of pluralism, which, when you go into that, it means that basically you have to follow the ways of, pretty much, you have to follow the ways of Babylon, man. You have to, So, you know, things like democracy, okay, as it says here, you have capitalism in these countries, you know, they pushing for the, feminism, for the, alphabet groups, okay, the LGBTQs. These kind of values has to go on in these countries, man. Okay, because they are pushed by Babylon, okay, United States, okay? And it says it is organized around shared values of pluralism, okay? So you have to be drinking that Babylon juice, man, okay? That wine of the whore. Drunken, okay, the nations are drunken with her wine of fornication, man. Just paraphrasing Revelation. It says liberal democracy and representative government. G7 members are major IMF advanced economies. Okay? So these are the heathen getting together. Okay, basically, you see Canada, France, Germany, Italy, UK, and US. These are Edomite countries, bro. And then you have Japan, fucking Ammon up in there, okay? Hanging out with the Edomites, okay? You might as well, add South Korea up in there because they like-minded, man, okay? So there you have some of the so-called leaders. You have also people of the European Union over there, showing that they also together. You see, it's the Western Bloc, man. But hey, you don't see Jake's involved. Okay, it is Psalms 83, Psalms the 83rd chapter. You know, you see just these heathen getting together, but you don't see our people, man. I believe that part in South Africa, I'm not gonna look it up, but I believe it's French Guyana, belonging to French or France, and that's why it's a member. But other than that, you see US, Canada, the West. That is the West, man. Uttermost parts of the world, of the earth, the West. And then of Europe, you have the aforementioned countries. Okay, but there's something I want to get to. Okay, so first you had G6, which was US, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, and UK, and then they added Canada up in there, and also Russia. This is what I want to get to next, man. So I'm just skip to the point. Okay, here it is. Representatives of other states and internal international organizations are often invited as guests, with Russia having been a formal member as part of the G8 from 1997 until its expulsion in 2014. So you see, you had a G8, man, which was the group of 8. It had formed from incorporating Russia into the G7 and returned to its previous name after Russia was expelled in 2014 because of the controversy that happened in Crimea. Well, it says here, let's read about it. In March 2014, okay, Russia was suspended indefinitely following the annexation of Crimea, whereupon the political forum name reverted to G7. And then in January 2017, Russia announced its permanent withdrawal from the G8. However, several representatives of G7 countries stated that they would be interested in Russia's return to the group. Well, I bet they don't anymore. Okay. You see, I'm just checking out some points of this information over here. Okay, let's go to the point. It says, nevertheless, the G7 retains its relevance as a steering group for the West, with special significance appointed to Japan. you have Ammon up in there, but this is a major steering wheel for the West, and Russia is not part of it, man. So you see the division, okay? Russia is not part of the beast system. You see the division, man. So pretty much you could say that G7 is the beast, okay? It's the beast system because all of these countries Okay, you have Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, the United Kingdom. Well, okay, because you have Japan up in there, it's a little bit different, but the other nations, they are either part of NATO or EU or both, okay? And it's guided by United States, so you could say this is pretty much, hand in hand with the beast system. Is not exactly because you have Japan, which is not part of beast, they're Ammonites, but they work hand in hand, man. South Korea, as I already mentioned. Okay, so hey, let me go to the BRICS information. Yeah, so this is BRICS. It's an intergovernmental organization comprising 9 countries: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Korea, which are the forming nations, or Brazil, Russia, India, and China were, and then you had South Korea join later, and then just recently you had Iran, Egypt, Ethiopia, and the United Arab Emirates come in. Okay? BRICS was originally identified to highlight investment opportunities. The grouping evolved into a geopolitical bloc, with their governments meeting annually at formal summits and coordinating multilateral policies since 2009. Relations among BRICS are conducted mainly based on non-interference, equality, and mutual benefit. Okay? So you have the member states and then prospective member states. Okay? It's a big part of the world, man. So you see the division, but hey, none of the prospective member states include the G7 nations, man, you see? None of the countries that are in G7 are in BRICS, and none of the countries that are in BRICS are in G7. So this is the division, man. Then you have Saudi Arabia invited to become a state, but is still considering, has not responded, is still considering. Okay, let me read this. To some in the West, the BRICS countries are considered the alternative to Western-dominated institutions led by nations of the G7 bloc. So it's beautifully going into what the elder brother Jacob said, man. Is the BRICS against G7 nations. The World War III is very close from popping off, man. The G7 nations are backing up Ukraine. The BRICS nations are either they are indifferent, or then they are supporting Russia. They are supporting Russia, but some countries are doing it more obvious, like Iran, than others. China is backing Russia, but they are not all out, backing Russia, like Iran is, or like North Korea. Yeah, like North Korea is, like, sending troops, man. The BRICS countries are considered the alternative to Western-dominated institutions led by nations of the G7 bloc, comprising some of the leading developing economies. Together, they have implemented competing initiatives such as the New Development Bank, the BRICS Contingent Reserve Arrangement, the BRICS Pay, the BRICS Joint Statistical Publication, and the BRICS Basket Reserve Currency. Okay, BRICS has received both praise and criticism from numerous commentators. And you better believe, even though BRICS is not part of the beast system, they're also gonna implement the MOTB, man, because it's gonna come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So also another thing which the elder said in the video is that you have to focus on the prophecies, okay? Everything that has to do with buying and selling, okay? The mark of the beast, and everything that has to do with the World War III. Because first you're gonna have the chip implanted, then that's gonna bring in majorly, okay, time of Jacob's trouble, okay, because it's order out of chaos. So probably you're gonna have Jacob's trouble already kicked in, and then they try to bring the order with the chip, you know, and then that's Jacob's trouble, man, and getting emphasized. And then you have the World War III, and then you have Shai gonna return with the angels. So it's just a couple of more prophecies, man. So we have to follow these things. So this is it for the video, Shalom.